Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Schneever, earlier craft doctor, with a pen haul and some chit chat. I am taking this course, and it is called. Let's see what it's called. It's called Copic Hex Art class, and this is it right here. This course is by Sandy Harnack. This is her information right here. So I'm taking the course because I love coloring, but I find myself at a place where sometimes it just don't work out. And so I want to improve on my coloring. Well, unfortunately, I didn't have all the markers that was required for the class. And you need a specific set of markers to do all of the things that you're going to be doing. So like you can tell, I started out with this one, but I didn't have this one. I went to do this one and I had these, but I couldn't do the next one, and so on and so forth. So I decided to stop what I was doing and order the pens on blick.com. I would suggest, if you purchase your pens, make sure you go somewhere where you can get a price break for buying however many. Or if you're going to buy them in sets of threes. And these are Copic specific. And the ones I'm talking about is Copic specific, not anything else, because you can buy a lot of pens, different kinds of markers. And I have a lot of different sets of colored markers. I have the full set of Spec Noir markers. I have about 100 and something of the Copic markers. I have the full set of the whatever this company is. What is this company? Ink Lily. Ink Lily. I have that whole course because I'm doing that course coloring to teach you how to do different scenes and stuff. And that's out of the UK. And so those are my color markers. I'm not limiting myself because I also have watercolor markers and watercolor pencils and regular pencils and that type of thing. And so for this class, I wanted to make sure I had them all. And of course, when I went down my row, I did not have them all. I have 100 pens, but I don't have them all for this course. So I had to buy some new ones. And so that's what I did. Also, I am doing my swatch book. If you're familiar with Color and Bliss is a company I have a membership with, and they help you do coloring better. They produce this book, and it's the color tone worksheet, and you see all your colors, so you'll be able to pick your colors much better. And I'm one of the pro members of it, and so I was able to download all the worksheets for it. And so when I went through my Tombow markers, I found out I didn't have all of those either. I'm a full set syndrome type of person, and so I went and bought them. And so I have tri markers, which are watercolor markers, and I have the Arteza color pencils, which I finished this whole book. And it takes you a little while to fill this out and do this, but once you're done, it really allows you to see what colors you're working with. And then this one is the Spectrum markers, and I haven't started on this yet, but I have all of the Spectrum Noir markers to finish this one. And then I'll bind them with my cinch machine and have them all as separate books, because when we're in class, if someone's going to need to match colors, they can go straight to the color matching. And also I have this book that they created that if you just don't want to do all of this work, you can get what's called the Quick Color Picker. And so when you do that, I got this from them, And I already cut out these circles already in a separate container. But it tells you all about titratic and all the color sequences, and then it tells you about colors and how to blend them together and how to use them. But the color picker is not specific to a brand. The numbers you see here, they gave them these numbers so you can be able to identify. If I wanted a yellow and it's light, I know it's number 13. So say I choose a Copic marker that's light. This is 13 on this sheet, which throughout this book will be rated to 13, but I know it's Y11. And so this is a good system to go by to pick colors and colors that match together. And this is how you can, like this swatch sheet, you could take the swatch sheet, put your colors together in a book or binder, and so when you need to do a tritone color, here they are. And so, and all of them are set up this way. And you can go online and to Coloring Bliss and find all of these because printers are different. So my color may be different than yours. They can print this out for you and it'll look much better. These are all like how these are set up are like violet tones and blues and reds and stuff, and how they really look together. And if your printer is working right, you can get some pretty fair colors. So if you can see this color here, that's that Y11 I just showed you from Copic. And you can get some good colors. And so I would advise anybody to go out and buy this book. If you have a good printer, I put this all on heavyweight cardstock, and I'm going to bind them at the top myself because I have a binder that can do it. So I would advise that you get something like that. I have the color wheel because they suggest a color wheel, and I have went to this system to pick colors for stuff because I'm not very good at that part. Plus, sometimes you just need a little help to know which pen goes where. And so I went through my Tombow. This is the same set, except for it's made specific for Tombow markers. And I went through my markers to see if I had them all. The main markers were the ones in the shaded areas. If you can see that those markers are shaded. And of course, I didn't have them all. So I just put them on my list to buy them. And so I just went and did a curbside, ordered on them online, went through the whole list and ordered these online. And so I've been slowly collecting Tombow markers because these are some of the good ones. I do have the Tri-Blends, and I have, which is by Arteza, I have the Tri-Blend full set, and I have the fine liner full set, 3 of them, and I'll get to that reason why in a minute. And I have the regular brush pens. The reason why I have 3 set of fine liners is because every time I order the fine liner, the one I wanted, they kept sending me the wrong one. And so they sent me 2 of the wrong one. And so I was like, I'll send these back to you because this is not what I ordered. I ordered the Professional Ionic Kit one because they had the names on the ionic markers. Well, they said, don't worry about it, keep it. And so those will be used at the school for use for people so they can use them. And so I'm not going to worry about that. And then I have the set of brush markers because I placed an order for the brush markers, and they sent me, they did not send me my brush markers for a long time, or they got lost in the mail or something, I don't know. But it took them like maybe 3 weeks or something before I got the brush markers. I called and said, hey, I have not received my brush markers yet. Can you please figure out what's going on? They said, oh, no problem. We'll send them. You send out a new set. And so they sent me a new set of brush markers the same day the other set came. And so I called them and I said, hey, this second set of brush markers came in. What do you want me to do with them? I can send them back to you. They said, don't worry about it. You can have them, keep them, use them, donate them. And so I'm going to donate them to the school. Because I don't need to. I didn't barely use those brush markers because I have Tombows. So I went to Blix and I purchased the markers that I needed for my set. And these markers are expensive. And these markers cost enough to feed somebody for a week, 2 weeks. But if you're like me and you have full set syndrome, don't try to buy them all at one time unless you want to. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money because that's up to you. You do what you want to do. But buy a few at a time. Like, this is more than kind of a few, but this is Tombow and Copics at the same time. And one thing that I love Copic markers, but they have two kinds. This one, child, this one, sketch. This one is $3.85. This one is $5.85. Same marker. You just got to fill them up more. Same nib. Same nib. Identical. This one you have to fill up more times than this one. Do I care? No. Because I don't care. It takes 5 minutes to fill up these markers, clean them up, and it didn't cost me as much. The reason why I have both of them though is because some markers don't come in the child. So that's why I don't have all of those. I went on Sandy Anak's page, and as I was looking around, that's another one of the reasons why most people don't like these child markers, because if you notice, they don't have a name on them. So when they're laying down, there's no name. Like the sketch, there's a name. Guess what? Sandy fixed that. She made these little bitty things with the names. All I did was print them out with some paper, use my little cutter, and I put them on there, pressed them down real good, and voila, now I have names. So it does not bother me that that I spent less for them. It took me 2 minutes to print out that sheet, and it take me a minute to put all the little taggies on there. So that's what I did. So this was my haul for today and my little chit chat. I say, buy what you want. If you know you want to do a project and you want to do them with specific colors, buy what you want. Buy what you're going to use. You never know what's going to happen. I didn't know years ago when I started crafting. I started crafting at 12 years old. I didn't know I was going to eventually have my own craft school. I didn't know I was going to do this for real, for a living. And so now I'm benefiting from the fact that I have so many supplies. And that's how you have to look at this. Are you doing it for pleasure? Are you just getting supplies you never will use? Are you just in love with art stuff? Decide what you want to buy and buy it for yourself. Don't let somebody make you feel bad because you love your crafting supplies. Because you don't love high heel shoes, you love crafting supplies. So now you have to feel bad because you rather have Copic pens than a Prada purse. I say get what you like. Do what you like. And I make cards and I give them away because sometimes you have to spread a little love to people. And if a card will make you feel good, I will send you one. You want a card from me? Message me and I'll send you a cute card that I've made. I have plenty of them. And I love passing them out and sending them out. So, it's just the way that I express myself. Work with my products. So, thank you so much for allowing me to come in with my little haul and some chit chat and talk about what I have going on. I will show you my progress and the things that I'm making with all of this so that you can see what I am doing in my classes and in the school once we get the school up and running. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.